Welcome to the voyage of the naughty knots here on the day after Thanksgiving. Thank God Thanksgiving is over, if you know what I mean. Now things can return to normal. Okay, let's talk about myth. And myths are naughty knots, but I'll explain. What is your myth? We all need a myth, a story that frames us, that we keep going back to again and again to integrate the incoming data of the world. See, we live in a world like we're at the beach, and the world is just one wave after wave of incoming data, of incoming news, and it's all fragmented. It's all competing with each other. This wave is competing with that wave, and it's multiple. The waves are multiplying, and they're coming at us faster and faster, and we feel we're drowning in it. So you need a myth. You need a story that integrates the waves and makes sense of them for you, you see. So let's talk about, and you can have many myths. It's not just have to be one. They can change as you change. And the myths can be Greek myths, or they can be movies. It doesn't matter, as long as the story is your story and you inhabit it. So let's talk about Ariadne's thread. Do you know that this has been my myth? The myth of Theseus and the Minotaur and Ariadne's thread. Do you know this story? You should know this story. It's our story, but it's also my story. And it helps me integrate the incoming waves of data that is our world today, our modern world. So the problem is we let politics create our myth. We let political parties create our myth. No, don't do that. You find your myth. So let's talk about Ariadne's thread. Okay, the story of Theseus was that there was an island of Crete, an empire of Crete, and the empress Knossos, I forgot his name, whose wife, I forgot a lot of these names, had made love to Poseidon, and she gave birth to a bull. And this bull was such a monster, half human, half bull. It was a Minotaur. And Chronosus, or whatever his name was so embarrassed that he had a labyrinth built where he could keep this Minotaur, this ugly son, this monster, hidden from the world. But he had to feed it. And the Minotaur would only live on human flesh, virgins, young, innocents. And every year, the king of Crete, he had defeated Athens in a war, and so every year, 12 of the brightest Athenian youth, boy and girls, had to come and go into the labyrinth to feed the Minotaur. Now, Theseus was the son of the king of Athens, and he looked at this and said, wait a minute, this is not right that every year 12 of our sons and daughters have to go feed the Minotaur. So I'm going to end it. So he disguised himself as one of the sacrificial Athenians. But before he entered the labyrinth, Ariadne, the daughter of the king of Crete, saw him and saw his divinity. And she gave him a thread, and she said, here, if you go into that labyrinth, you'll never get out. So here's a ball of golden thread. Now, when you go into the labyrinth, you unroll the ball of thread so you can get back out. And that's Ariadne's thread. So Theseus went into the labyrinth, and he made his way through the maze to the center, and he found the Minotaur, the bull. It's like in a Spanish bullfight, the bull ring, the bull. and he killed the Minotaur. And he made his way out of the labyrinth following Ariadne's thread, and Athens was saved and no longer had to submit to this ritual of human sacrifice. Human sacrifice, you see. So this is a many-layered myth, and we can see it everywhere, you see. Who is the Minotaur? Well, you could say Epstein was a Minotaur, and he had to be fed virgins, a constant flow of virgins to keep his myth alive. This you have to when you have a myth, these Greek myths are formulas. They're not like the meaning is not in the story, but in the formula. So if you can discover the formula, you can apply it to your life. That's what formulas are. Somebody discovers a new invention, a new chemical, a new medicine, and they have a formula. Now they give this formula to other people, and if they can create the medicine with the formula, you could say that is true medicine. That is a true formula. Because other people other than the scientists, can make it work. It's impersonal, you see. So myths have a formula. Movies have a formula. This is what I keep trying to tell people or demonstrate through my talks. This is called Zen in the Art of Movies. Movies are our myths. And if you could see the formula of the movie, then you free the movie from the story, and you free yourself from the story because you can apply the formula to your everyday situations. And in this way, myths are liberating. But you see, the age of enlightenment, the age of scientific materialism killed all the myths. Killed the Catholic Church, which was a religion of myths, and just said everything is material. There are no myths. There is no magic. It's just matter, cause and effect, determinism, just data, incoming data. And so we have no myth, you see, to integrate the data. We've lost all the great myths, and we don't see movies as myths. We see movies as just entertainment, a vacation from the data. And when the movie's over, we come back to our everyday life, and the myths that we've followed to integrate our everyday life are given by politics or by society itself, you see. So we are like trapped in a labyrinth, and the Minotaur is devouring us, and we have no Ariadne's thread. We have no Theseus to come in and kill the Minotaur. So when you have a myth, a liberating myth like this, you have to inhabit it. You have to be Theseus, and you have to see the Minotaur everywhere, and you have to kill it, and you have to have an Ariadne's thread. Like if you are a meditator, meditation is your Ariadne's thread. You can go into hell, and if you keep your seat on the cushion, if you keep your meditation, you can get back out of hell. Your yoga is a practice of physical meditation. Yoga postures are meditation. If you practice yoga, you're practicing Ariadne's thread. So there are many Ariadne's threads, and there are many Minotaurs, but you have to see the formula. You have to get to that which is beyond the content, beyond the words. You have to get to the magic equation, the magic formula, abracadabra, and you can change your world. Thanks for dropping in. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, follow and subscribe. I'm kind of like stuck at 1,038. Actually, I got up to 1,044 and it went backwards. Help me go forward.